I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean, there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting 3D. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
People, welcome to the Dummies of Horror. We are the show that comes to you bi-weekly that teaches a thing or two to the dumbest little guy about the genre we all fucking love. Please welcome your host, Mr. Room. Get it? That's Mr. Mushroom, but I shortened it to make it Mr. Room.
I don't get it.
You do, you're just being a dick right now. Anyway, hi, how
Maybe
are you?
I've got too mushroom.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm just doing fabulous.
Fabulous.
I'm sitting in a pile of leaves talking to you. It's great.
Why are you in a pile of leaves?
Yeah, funny you ask. We had a new roof installed on our house, and the roofers.
That's one of them things that keeps the leaves out.
Yeah, but to install the new roof, they've just pushed all the fucking leaves where I usually podcast. So I got in tonight to record, and I'm like, oh, what the fuck? There's just leaves and dirt and probably spiders and grubs everywhere.
Really?
Yeah,
Like
and I was in a
little room.
I brushed it off, but I'm still like, it's that like messy.
That's so funny.
I need like a lawn blower to get all of it out.
Yeah, fuck.
Anyway, man, do we have an episode for you guys?
We sure do.
We not only have an episode for you guys, we have an episode for a very special little boy. This episode here, it's episode 270, by the way. Welcome.
Of course.
This one is a Patreon pick episode dedicated to our friend and wrestling legend Adam the Blade.
Hells yeah.
He is the gnarliest wrestling dude ever, who's not actually a wrestler, but he's got a name like a wrestler. So
He's got the most wrestling name in existence.
Dude, he does. Like, fuck me, the Blade. You were born with that name, and you need to use it. So, but anyway, Adam the Blade has wanted us to do an anthology-based episode, and both me and the Mushroom, Mr. Room, were discussing how we were going to do this, and we decided that we are going to be picking our top 5 favorite anthology movies and discussing our favorite segment from the movies.
Yes.
So we're going to look, I think we're going to try to avoid spoilers, but it's going to be tough. So
we're
maybe
we're going to do our best, but like if we mention a movie and you haven't seen it, you might get spoiled.
Maybe. But I think, like, all the ones on my list, except one, which I won't spoil, but all the rest, I'm pretty sure most people have seen. So, I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what we're doing, man. We're talking anthologies this episode. It's going to be fun, man. I'm pretty pumped for this episode. How about you, Mushroom?
I'm fairly pumped as well.
That's good. Hey, okay, before we start this show,
Yes.
I need to address a few things. A couple things. First things first. All right, so this podcast here, when was it? Last Saturday, like almost a week ago, this podcast turned 7 years old. Mm-hmm. It had a birthday. And
you can almost drink now.
I mean, how many years is that? Like 11 more years, and it can drink.
Yeah, like it's. I mean, closer to drinking than not drinking. Is it?
No, you're wrong.
Right.
This podcast is older than my son, so that's something.
It's not Dummies of Maths. Leave me alone.
But I posted something on the Facebook group page, Dummies of Horror Super Friends, and just want to say thank you to everyone who has reached out and wished this podcast a happy birthday, man.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And I just want to say a quick thank you as someone that created this, and I just want to thank you, Mushroom, for joining me every week, and because I can't do this without you. No one wants to hear my dopey voice.
You can, myself. But we've heard those episodes. But
yeah, thanks. You're good.
Thank you. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. So, thank you for joining me.
Definitely
every
not
week.
to boost your self-esteem.
But I also want to thank like past hosts. So my wife Jaleesa, who came on the show for a bit, and the first ever dummy, Ben. If you guys have been lifelong listeners, you might remember our first dummy, Ben. He helped grow this show or make it happen. So I just want to thank you to him. He was easily, out of the three hosts, he was easily the dumbest out of the three. Mushroom, you're probably... Oh, no, probably Gel's the smartest. I rank dumbness in how you guys like the Lost Boys.
Oh,
so
okay.
Gel likes it the most. You
It's
like
like
it somewhat. Yeah, Ben just despised it. So he clearly... He hated it, which means he's the dumbest. And I feel bad because I failed him as the teacher. I really should have educated him more, but I just couldn't. He was a lost cause, so...
He was himself a lost boy.
That was probably the best fucking thing you've ever said.
Thank you. Merch coming out with like Lost Boys with Ben's head on it. Soon.
Holy
and, like,
fuck. Oh man, he would love that.
like your hoodie, but with like Ben in the middle and then us two on the side.
Holy fuck, we need to make that happen. The Lost Boys poster with Ben's head on it. Like you know the Lost Boys poster, how it's got like 5 different people? Do they all have Ben's head on it? Like
No, I reckon all of us.
Oh, okay.
But Ben's like Kiefer.
Wait, so Ben's the head vampire?
Yeah. Because
Who
he's
am
the
I?
most lost boy. I don't know. You're Corey Feldman. But you got sweet guitar solos and stuff.
Do I gotta speak like this?
You're modern day Corey Feldman.
Oh, fuck you. But at least I can play guitar really good.
Oh, so good. So jelly.
I love watching Corey Feldman's videos now.
So good.
His music is so bad, but it's kind of catchy. The joke is on you. Dude, I kind of like it a little bit. Have you? I'm guessing you haven't listened to it.
No, I fucking have. I've listened to it in TikTok-sized chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, it's not.
It's not good.
They're not my favorite band. I'll put it that way. They're no thrashed.
What?
But like, thank you.
What do they call? It's Corey Feldman. It was Corey Feldman and his Angels, and now it's something different. I don't know.
Corey Feldman and his sexy chodes.
Corey Feldman and the girls he pays to stay around him.
Corey Feldman and his employed bunch.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, all jokes aside, I fucking loved Corey. Like in these 80s movies, like Stand By Me and all that. I really like Corey
I think
Feldman.
a lot of producers did, and I think that was the issue.
Holy shit, man.
There was a big gap in the show that just happened.
I don't care. That's saying it. Hey, do you know what's funny? You brought up merch just recently.
Yeah.
And do you remember on our page, we were doing the Terminator show.
Yeah.
And I spoke about the Tom Cruise shirt, how no one's bought one.
Yeah.
Someone fucking bought a Tom Cruise
No way.
Dummies of Horror. I don't know who, because Redbubble doesn't fucking tell me who or where it's going to. I don't know.
Well, that's good for you listeners. Redbubble's got your back privacy-wise.
Yeah, that's true. But whoever bought the Tom Cruise does his own stunts shirt that we made,
We'd
I just
love
wanna
to
say,
see it.
Yes, please.
And thank you. Why? But thank you. I love you. But also, like, yeah, we definitely want to see it.
Photos, please. I'm begging you. Please get
pants,
to us.
Pants or no pants, we don't care.
Oh man, I need to see that. I don't even know if it's a shirt or anything. It just says one artwork sold.
Nice.
So it could be a fucking wall clock for all I know. Could be a shower curtain. But yeah. So thank you to whoever who bought it, but please, photos.
Thank you, whoever you are.
Also on the topic of Patreon, we kind of doubled in that. Patreon. We have our own Patreon. Patreon.com/Dummies of Horror. At this moment, we are doing the Terminator franchise review.
Yes.
We, to the Patreons out there who might be listening, we did miss last week. Apologies, that was all Mushroom's fault.
Yeah, look, I had a pretty heavy period. I had to do a carry, and it's a horror joke, and plug it up. You know what I mean?
I have to now mute that bit. Thank you, Mushroom, for that.
It's okay.
No, but you're getting double Terminator
spoilers
episodes.
For the first 4 seconds of carry.
Plug it up. Oh my
Plug
god.
it up.
I'm going to use that.
You
Yeah.
have daughters.
Yes.
He's going to throw tampons at him. Like, plug it up.
Well, now that you... Oh, my God. I'm a horrible father. No, but well, there'll be 2 Terminator episodes coming out this weekend. So we're doing
double
Terminator
dose
3.
of the tea.
Yeah, we're doing Terminator 3 and Terminator Salvations. On top of that, I think it's time that I unveil the plans for Halloween.
Okay.
Last episode, you may have noticed a little teaser audio that involved some zombie action. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, then don't worry, because I'm about to tell you. 31 Days of Halloween Season 4 is making its return this October. If you have no idea what that is...
Ooh, there's a lot of movies.
Over on Patreon, I review 31 different films over the course of 31 days. So each day, you get a bonus episode. They're usually about 20 minutes. But there's been over the past few years, there's been like a theme how these movies all come together. And I'm going to unveil this year's theme. This year's theme is horror movie weapons. Yeah. So we're just going to pretend that zombie apocalypse is here. It's full rampant and you're surrounded by a horde of zombies. So each movie that we do, we're going to be talking not just about the movie, but about the weapon from the movie and how you would go using it against a horde of zombies.
Okay.
Let me give you I'm not going to tell you all the weapons right now, but let me give you a example. So, one of the examples is the cotton candy guns from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. How would that go against a horde of zombies? You'll have to wait and find out. Another weapon example is trying to pick something here that's not too spoiler. The machine gun leg from Grindhouse, from Planet Terror. How would that go? Having a machine gun attached to your leg in a zombie apocalypse. I'm giving you my positives and negatives with the weaponry and a score from 1 to 5. So if that's something in your boat, join us on Patreon. 31 Days of Halloween Season 4 coming out at the start of October and going all through the month. Tiers start as low as $1.50. So if that doesn't float your boat, I don't know what will.
Then
it's
fuck you.
Yeah.
No, you're alright. You don't have to pay. But if you like this shit and you want a bit more of it, or a fucking just insurmountable lot more of it for $1.50, it's right there.
Yeah. And I mean, if you want more bonus stuff, then we have other tiers that go up from there. But if you want the 31 days...
can also have an episode just like this one, all about whatever the fuck you want too.
That's very true, Mushroom. I'm glad you brought that up. You can make us do the Twilight franchise if you want.
No, you can't. Someone who I truly detest already made us do that.
What? What would happen if someone actually joined and said, I want to hear the Twilight movies again?
Well, I can't marry the next one.
Would you be willing to do the Twilight movies all over again?
I mean, we fucking can, but like, why?
I wouldn't, because like we've already reviewed them. Just go back and listen to that episode. But at the same time,
I've watched
there'd be a little bit
so
of me.
many times.
There'd be a little bit of me that would want to do it just to annoy you.
Okay, spoilers for all of Twilight. It honestly has one of my favorite conclusions to a love triangle, which is you take the three people, you pair off two of them, they have a child, the third one can fuck that kid. That's Twilight.
It's so fucked when you put it like that.
That's what happens. That's the logical conclusion to a love triangle. So if anyone out there had a girl that a boy stole away, you get first dibs on their kid when they're of legal age.
The best line in that whole franchise is, "You named my daughter after the Loch Ness monster."
Yeah,
that fucking line had me rolling. I'm like, is this legit?
You know what my favorite line is?
It's not a parody, is it? What?
And nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
That's not from Twilight.
Oh, that's a better movie.
Oh, fuck. All right.
Make us do dodgeball. This is kind of scary.
I mean, that unibrow chick was kind of... But did you see her tits? Holy shit.
Big tits.
She had massive tits. Anyway, all right, we're going way off the rails. Birthday, someone brought a Tom Cruise t-shirt and Patreon. Thank you very much. It's time to get in the show. Adam the Blade's probably fucking shaking his car right now going, fucking talk about anthologies or I'll put you in a headlock.
All right, relax, Adam the Blade.
So I think it's that time where we ask a certain...
new character.
It's not my new character. He's a real person. It's question of the week time.
Question of the week.
Question of last time was, according to Mushroom, what is your favorite horror anime? Remember we did that episode last time?
We did. Everyone loved it.
We'll start with the sexiest fucking American person in the world, Scotty Crawford.
Oh, yeah, dang.
Yeah, massive dick. Massive.
Huge, girthy, veiny. Everything you want.
Yep. He says, I've only watched one horror anime, and that is Vampire Hunter D. There you go. Beedramine says, Perfect Blue and Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
Ooh, more Vampire Hunter D.
Yeah. Shane McKay says, not big on anime, but I remember Blood, The Last Vampire, being good. But if,
I enjoyed Blood.
but if this new Terminator Zero on Netflix counts, I'll choose that.
Actually started watching that.
Well, I finished watching it. We'll talk about it in a second. Pat Yee says both Blood, The Last Vampire, and Vampire Hunter D are great. And if you like the vampire genre, then the series Hellsing is probably worth a peep.
Hellsing.
Hellsing.
Yep.
Not like Van?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tim Walker says Perfect Blue. Yeah. Mitch Jago
I'm really glad that I'm not the only one that likes it.
Oh, dude, I was listening to 22 Shots of Moods and Horror the other day, and they all gave that movie a 10 out of 10. I am in the complete minority.
Okay, I'm so glad. I'm so glad I wasn't just like sucking its dick and like really fucking getting into it, and everyone's just like, just gotta realize this movie's fucking shit, right?
No. Mitch Yago says, watch Gantz.
Ooh, Gantz is good. Gantz is good.
Okay.
Emma put me on that shit like years ago. But that's a series, not quite a movie. Oh, actually, it wasn't a movie. I don't know. Anyway.
The sexiest guy from the UK, Matt Wood. You know him? Massive
I know
dick.
Matt.
Massive dick.
Huge British dick.
Yep. He says, which is the one with the demons that has tentacles fucking people? That's my favourite.
That's a hentai, and it's also my favourite.
Kevin Gillen comments, I can't even pronounce it. Euro Tustuki Jewel? I don't know.
Hi.
Yeah. Alright. Coming in from the sexiest female from England, Kate Pollock. Mm-hmm. Huge dick.
Huge dick. Massive cock. Biggest cock. Poppy cock.
Now I want to watch The Fanatic.
Poppy cock.
That shit is fucking great. Kate Pollock says Perfect Blue, Helsing, Ultimate Death. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. Helsing Ultimate, Death Note, and although more of a procedural, Psychopaths.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know any of these, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right. Like,
No,
I know
right.
I know Death Note, but procedurals.
I'm feeling like if we do another one, we should do like Blood the Last Vampire or Blood the whatever it was, and Vampire Hunter D or Helsing or something like that.
I'd like to do Vampire Hunter D because I keep hearing so much about it.
Sure.
Zim Vader says probably that Scorpion movie from 2020 where he's really cranky. That was actually really
it's
fucking
so
good.
badly animated.
Is that anime or is that just animation?
Yeah, it's just CGI that was shitty. So he's just talking about the Scorpion King movie, right?
No. The Mortal Kombat movie. It's animated.
Oh, that one? Yeah, no, that was fucking sick. Yeah.
Scorpion's Revenge or something like that. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, that was fucking mad.
Yeah, for sure.
And Abraham Ram says Perfect Blue and The Spine of Night, if it counts.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one. That sounds cool.
Yeah. All right, question of the week for this time, and this one is an interesting question, but I want to know, what do you dislike about horror films?
Oh.
I dislike when they take a popular story, right? Something like, Groundhog Day, and then they try to make it a horror movie by adding a serial killer into it, and they're like, it's now a horror movie. That shits me. Don't do that.
I just like when they make them talk all thou and thy and stuff, and they make it all accurate and bled yawn.
That's one movie.
Sure is.
You can't hate one. Fuck you. The
Yeah,
Witch
well,
is amazing.
you can't hate one movie. What was your movie? What was your movie? What movie you talking about?
Happy Death Day 2, Freaky, It's a Wonderful Knife. There's probably heaps more. I'm talking about a group of movies.
Well, I'm also talking about any other movie that does that bullshit too.
You have to name it, otherwise it doesn't count.
I can't say them because they're in Old English.
Fuck. You made me spill out my coffee. All right,
ironically, my favorite Subway cheese.
Is there anything? I'm sure there's.
I don't know. They get a bit violent. It's scary.
I hate dull writing in horror movies.
Yeah.
Blumhouse, I'm looking at you.
Yeah. Yeah, like the hey, what's that thing over there? What if it was haunted?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's some horror movies that they're just the same song and dance.
You know what I hate? Horror movies that don't lean into being fucking horror movies. Just be a fucking horror movie. Be gory. Be bloody. Get your fucking tits out.
Do you mean like horror movies that are like, it's a metaphor for something?
They can be a metaphor, but have some tits and blood in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate smart horror.
Sure. I don't mind smart horror, but yeah. What else?
There's a lot. I'm sure. Let's not bring up
movies that break
every
rules.
point, because I'm sure people will have their own points. But it's an interesting question. So we want to know, what do you dislike about horror films?
Very hateful.
Yeah, we both are.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. What horrors have you done, Mushroom?
What horrors have you done?
Oh, unnecessary fucking remakes that are just seemingly made to throw a bunch of fucking morals out, Sorry.
No, you're right, but we have passed that point. It's what horrors have you done now?
Oh, sorry. What horrors have I done? You know what I hate? I hate when, like, directors have children and those fucking children go on to make fucking movies. And they make movies about things like a young artist who gets stranded in an extensive, immaculate forest in Western Ireland, where after finding shelter, she becomes trapped alongside 3 strangers, stalked by mysterious creatures each night. The Watchers 2024.
So you didn't like it?
That's alright.
Yeah. and that's the problem.
Honestly, it was fine. It was alright. It struggled a little bit at the start. But I ultimately came away with like, I mean, I'll score it now. I gave it like a 7.5 to a light
Holy shit.
Sorry, a 6.5 to a light 7.
Okay, there we go.
That's definitely not a 7+.
That's what I thought you were going. I'm like, wow, what the fuck?
Yeah, look, it was as high as I could possibly push it.
Yeah.
It had some interesting shit, but overall it was just kind of bland. I can definitely see some potential with her. Like, as a director, you can definitely tell that, like, she grew up making movies and shit, you know what I mean? Like...
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's just a bit meh, man. Like, it was just... There was, again, like I was complaining about, there was no fucking hella gory shit, there was no titties, there was no... It was... And the creature that was the feature
Yes.
was cool, and it had some creepy moments, but ultimately it's pretty forgettable.
Yeah. And the story, and I'm not trying to spoil anything, but the whole story with the creature, I mean,
Yeah, yep,
it's been done so many times before.
pretty much.
So, yeah,
It's,
that's the problem.
It gets tricky when... It gets tricky when creatures have that particular ability with the twisties and the turdies.
Yeah.
If that makes sense to you.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
I get it. So,
So, yeah. That's the first one. Watch this.
all right, what's your next one?
Next one is a movie called Cinderella's Curse.
Where did you watch this?
A desperate Cinderella summons her fairy godmother from an ancient flesh-bound book that looked an awful lot like the Necronomicon, seeking revenge on her evil stepmother and stepsisters who abuse and torment her daily. It's the Cinderella. It's a fucking low budget kind of crap fest. It was only watchable because it had some sort of fun, gory practical effects.
Okay.
But otherwise, you know the story, right? It's like, you know,
Evil step.
evil stepmother. The fairy godmother is like, what was that movie? Tarot.
Yeah.
Think sort of a tarot vibed cross with Cinderella.
Yeah,
Sort
okay.
of thing where it's like when she makes a wish, she fucking is cursed and shit like that.
Where did you watch this?
It
sorry?
was just on the internet.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I know, I get you.
Look, it was a flat 6, a 6- if anything.
Yeah.
It had some fun gory bits, but ultimately, meh.
I'll give it a go. It sounds somewhat... It's not part of the Poonaverse, is it?
No. It's just you know, just a take on it. It's very low budget. It's but it's okay. I didn't hate it. There was nothing crazy good about it, but there was nothing that made me like mad at it or anything.
Okay. Cool.
Other people seem to really not like it. Fair enough.
That's fair. What next?
What next? This one's on Netflix, actually.
Yes.
It's The Deliverance.
Okay.
Ebony Jackson struggling. Do you want to read the thing?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
A struggling single. Oh, fucking. Oh, maybe I'll wait for a fucking.
I've heard things about this movie, not positive things.
Okay. Yeah, Ebony Jackson, a struggling single mother fighting her personal demons, moves her family into a new home for a fresh start, but when strange occurrences inside the home raise the suspicion of Child Protective Services and threaten to tear her family apart, Ebony soon finds herself locked in a battle for her life and the souls of her children.
That sounds haunting.
It is. Look. It's not a movie for me.
Yeah, okay.
It's a movie for religious, darker skinned folk.
Yep, I've also heard that too.
Which I am not. And look, maybe this hits for a certain demographic.
Yep.
But look, regardless of race and skin color, all that kind of bullshit, I just don't like a God movie.
I get that 100%.
I want to spoil it.
Yep.
And when I feel like you should watch it just because it feels like one of the bigger movies of the year. Because it's got like fucking Glenn Close in it, like.
Yeah. So I heard that too.
It's not a cheap movie. It has some cool stuff going on, but ultimately the ending didn't end for me. Like, there's some cool stuff. I want to tell you about the ending, and when you watch it, you'll see why I was so mad at it. For me, but there might be some people out there that might enjoy this, but this movie just really isn't for me. It's very much about faith and God and stuff at the end of the day, apart from all the other stuff that's happening and how we's wicked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I heard as well. And I heard it from someone who's into those types of movies.
Okay. Yeah, look, I'm giving it a flat 6. It's okay. It was sort of watchable. Like, it lost me in bits, it got me back in other bits, and then it really lost me.
Yeah, okay.
Had some cool visuals. It's very well shot. It's acted fine. But yeah, just not for me. Not for me.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Do you want to do one, or do you want me to go again?
I can go. I've only got one movie. I actually only got one movie, but I got some other things I can discuss.
Okay.
So I'll start with this. I did watch the Terminator Zero anime.
Yeah, I watched like the first half of the. I was kind of I just threw on the episode just before the show, and was semi paying attention to it.
Sorry, how deep are you into it? How many episodes?
Like half.
Oh, okay. So I watched the whole thing because I started watching because we're doing the Terminator franchise, and I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
I was going to ask you, like, should we do it for the show or whatever?
Nah. Look, okay. I watched the first episode to try and get a feel of it, and after the first episode, I was kind of hooked. And then, like, the second and the third happened, and I'm like, this is actually pretty cool. It's anime, by the way. I shouldn't mention that. And if you heard last week's episode, not a great fan of the whole anime subgenre. But this one, I don't know. It was maybe it's because it comes from a subject matter that I'm really into, which is Terminator. Yeah, maybe that's why I enjoyed it. I was really getting hooked into it, and then the last half of the series just went in this really weird direction that I lost interest. And I don't want to spoil anything because it's brand new, but if they do a second season, I don't know if I'll pick it up again.
Yeah, okay. I'm curious now, but yeah.
I kind of felt like I wasted my time in the end. Like,
okay,
it wraps up like, and it's still got the Terminator basis, but they add in this something else to it that I did not give a fuck about.
Okay, and yeah, all right.
And I can't say anything more because I don't want to spoil it. But
yeah, look,
overall, it was fine. I don't want to include it in the Terminator franchise that we're doing. I only want to focus on the movies. Otherwise, I'd say then we'd have to do the Sarah Connor Chronicles. And
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
That's fine.
Exactly.
Like the other thing too is it also correct me if I'm wrong, but no Arnold, so
Yeah,
it doesn't really fit. And even though some of these Terminator movies we're doing for the show are loosely Arnold,
yeah,
it's still Arnold.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So
Anyway, that's Terminator Zero. It's streaming on Netflix now. If you are a fan of anime and Terminator, I guess it's worth a shot then.
okay.
Yeah. I've only got 2 other things to talk about, so why
Sure.
don't you go with yours?
My next one is Cocaine Werewolf.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay. Cocaine Cash and a crew filming a horror movie in the mysterious woods of northern Pennsylvania clash when an unexpected visit from a werewolf literally enters the picture.
All right.
This is a movie by Mark Polonia. If you don't know who Mark Polonia is, let me read you some movie titles.
Here we go.
Cocaine Shark, Land Shark, Sharkula, Noah's Shark, Sharkenstein, Peter Rottentail, Amityville in Space,
Holy fuck.
Jurassic Shark 2, Aquapocalypse, Splatter Beach, Dune World, Doll Shark, Virus Shark, Jurassic Shark 3, Seavenge, Shark Encounters of the Third Kind, Camp Blood, Revenge of the Empire of the Apes, Amityville Island, Frozen Sasquatch, Bigfoot vs. Zombies. You get the idea.
I get it. Have you... Sorry, you mentioned Sharkula. Have you seen that?
I have not seen Sharkula.
Holy fuck. Okay, what do you think... Okay, what do you think the shark looks like when you think of Sharkula?
Horribly bad CGI, and or having seen this guy's movies, potentially just a rubber shark. Like a toy shark you'd get from Kmart, and he maybe drew some fangs on it.
I wish it was that. It's a fucking hand puppet.
I was close.
You were close.
I was close. Or like one of those
goes,
like little
they
grippy
make the
ones.
noises. Yeah, like you put on your hands and you can make the mouth move.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that.
'Cause
And I'm pretty sure he goes num num num.
I've actually already seen one of his movies this year.
Which one?
I watched Teddy Scare. Which was a movie about a dude who went back to where he grew up and his stuffed animals were fucking they come to life and kill people. It was stupid. This is much the same. It's a cocaine werewolf. It delivers.
Is it a hand puppet?
No, it's really stupid. Like at the opening of the film, right? Yeah. Is like them like shooting a chick, doing like a OnlyFans type shoot thing, right?
Boobs? Any boobs? Any boobs?
There are boobs later, which it did add to the rating.
Okay.
Because like full titties, you don't get much full titties these days.
No, you don't.
And so it really most of when I get to the rating, most of that's because I got full titties and I was fucking pretty happy.
Okay, I like tits.
So the opening bit is like the chick gets scared and the dude who was filming her is going to get a wolf mask to like scare her.
Yeah.
Right. And then a different person in a wolf mask, essentially. It was supposed to be a real werewolf. And it's just a slightly more expensive mask. Now, not that much more expensive mask. And it's supposed to be like, oh no, that's a real werewolf. And this guy in his shitty $1 mask is... And I'm like, they both look like shitty, cheap, fake masks.
Fucking hell.
It's really bad. It's just a werewolf in a mask who turns into a werewolf every time he does a cocaine. And the dialogue's terrible. And I was like, fuck, how do I know all these people? And then I remembered Teddy Scare. It's just the same batch of cunts.
Okay.
Pumping these movies out, dude.
Hey, good on them. good on them for doing, like, for getting together and doing this. They probably do it on the weekends.
Yeah,
And just...
and you know what? There was a couple of bits where it's like, you know what? I'll just fucking turn my brain off. I know this isn't a good movie. I'm go along for the ride. And there were some parts where I gave it a good chuckle. Just the dialogue is so bad where I'm just like, what the fuck are you people talking about?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just writing where it's like, hello, I am a policeman here to enforce the police law. You know, like... shit like that, where it's just like, it's not that bad, but like,
if I was making a movie though, and obviously I don't have $20 million to make a movie, right? It's just something that I do with my friends on the weekends, and I know it's going to be shit. I would probably add lines like that to make people laugh.
Yeah,
but then like some dude on fucking in, I don't know, Finland would watch it and be like, "The fuck is this shit? This is not good stuff."
Yeah, so it's not artsy. It's no European.
Yeah.
It's no movie that I'll talk about later. But fuck it, I'll give it a 6. I give it a flat 6.
I kind of want to watch it after hearing your thoughts.
It made me chuckle. There was some. They're not even good titties. They're just some titties. It's just like it's 2024. And I was like, oh my god, some nipples in a fucking horror movie.
Yeah.
I almost fell over. Like...
You know what? Going back to our question of the week for next time, what do you dislike about horror films?
No titties.
Here's one. No, nothing to do with titties. Here's one.
Sure.
Fucking werewolf movies with shit werewolves. Right?
Oh, it's a shit werewolf.
Again, but I'm talking about actual, like
proper werewolf
production
movies.
Value movies, right? Where you have a werewolf and it's just the actor with a little bit of fur on their cheek and fangs. I fucking hate that. My wife, one year I wanted to be a werewolf, like the Wolfman, for Halloween.
Yep.
Do you remember that? You were at the party. Mm-hmm. My wife fucking made my costume for, like, I don't know, nothing. Absolutely nothing. And it looked better than half the shit that these movies come up with.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to make a fucking... I'm not asking for Rick Baker to redo American Werewolf in London.
Yeah.
Just give me a beast. Please. Anyway, that's what I dislike about horror.
Fair enough. Mine's mostly titty-based.
Yeah. Give us more tits.
Yeah.
Throw in a dick in there as well.
Throw in some dicks too, man. I'm not just being sexist.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's get some gratuitous nudity and some violence. That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
that's what we like.
Show us a penis.
Exactly.
I'll go now. Mm-hmm. Beetlejuice.
Oh shit! Don't say it again.
That's a good point. How dare I try to bring him in? Yeah, that's a good point. Never thought of that. When they bring out the third movie, is it going to be the 3 Beetlejuice words?
We'll all be fucked.
How are you going to say, like, I want 2 tickets to go see Beetlejuice times 3?
Yeah, you just have to say Beetlejuice, and then another one. It's probably the title.
Yeah. That's actually pretty good. Anyway, so I took my family to the movies last week to go see Beetlejuice. And when I say family, I mean, like...
Dare Tim tempt fate again?
Yeah. After my big rant about going to see Alien Romulus, the whole reason I went is because, firstly, I know, like, my wife's a big Beetlejuice fan, and I know my kids like it too. The other reason I went is because I didn't want fucking spoilers, like Alien Romulus, or Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah. Fucking people on the internet, keep your fucking opinions to yourself. Shut the fuck up. At least wait a fucking year. Oh my god. Anyway, so I took my family to go see it. It cost me almost $200 to go to the movies and snacks. That's for 3 kids and 2 adults. But anyway, the movie was actually good this time. I didn't have any fucking... I had some dude trying to challenge me that I was in the wrong seat, but I didn't back down and I said, no, this is my row. I'm just standing down. But beyond that, no, it was good. The movie. So...
Yes.
I rewatched Beetlejuice the night before. the original Beetlejuice. And I'm bringing him up twice in this episode, but going back to talking about Ben, the original dummy, Ben messaged me, Jesus, months ago now, saying, have you seen Beetlejuice, like the original? I'm like, yeah, duh. And Ben being Ben, the dumbest guy on earth, saying that he doesn't like it. He doesn't like the original Beetlejuice. And I'm like, that's a surprise. But he gave me the points as to why he didn't like it. There wasn't enough Beetlejuice and it was kind of dull.
Which is fair. Like, there isn't a lot of Beetlejuice in the first Beetlejuice.
No, but at the same time, I did tell Ben, I'm like, well, you take like A Nightmare on Elm Street, the original, there was only like 7 minutes of Freddy Krueger. Same with Hellraiser, the original Hellraiser. There's hardly any Pinhead.
Yeah,
Anyway, I rewatched the original Beetlejuice, and funny enough, in some little ways, I kind of agree with Ben. I wasn't a massive fan of Beetlejuice, right? I didn't grow up. I didn't have that nostalgic effect to the original movie. But I like it. I'm just not in love with it. I gave it like a 7.5. I think it's a fine movie. It's just not really my jam. I'd much rather watch Hocus Pocus than Beetlejuice.
Fair enough.
I know that's probably blasphemy for a lot of people. Anyway, Beetlejuice 2, in my humble opinion, is more enjoyable than the original. But it's not without its problems, and I think the biggest problem the sequel has is it, unlike the original, where it's kind of dull at times and there's times where it doesn't really have much going on, the sequel does the reverse effect where it has way too much going on, to the point it feels saturated. There's like 5 different stories going in one time, and it got a little confusing, and I felt that some stories were not utilized at all. There were some characters that were just kind of wasted. They had an awesome introduction. There's one character, I'll just say this, there's one character that involves a Bee Gees song that's fucking amazing. But that's it. Nothing else happens. And I felt like they were just trying to cram in too much when they shouldn't have. But in saying that, dude, I had a really good time with it. I had a lot of fun with it. I don't know if it will be in my top 10 at the end of the year. I will have to rewatch it. But, dude, spending $200 to go see this movie, as soon as, like, the Universal logo started playing, my youngest daughter, she's 4, she, like, looked at me and gave me the biggest smile. So that was worth spending all that money. But then, like, I had to go to the toilet, like, 2 different times. So,
yeah, okay.
so did my wife, so that was annoying. Overall, man, I think Beetlejuice is a good movie. I think it's worth checking out. Go to the cinemas and see it. It's fun. But I don't think it's perfect. So,
yeah, okay.
That's
I want to check it out, and I'll let you guys know what I think when I watch it.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what you would think, because
I am a Beetlejuice fan. I'm just a big Burton head from way back. Just the whole aesthetic pleases me, and I've seen Beetlejuice, the first one, like, I don't know, a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
okay. Catherine O'Hara in this movie is like, she's like queen. She's
fucking love Catherine O'Hara.
She's so
good.
Oh, dude, she's fucking in this new movie. She's amazing. She's my favorite character out of the whole movie.
So funny, so great.
Yeah. Anyway, what else have you got?
Okay, I got 3 more, and then we're done. All right. The next movie I watched is Consumed. Married couple Jay and Beth take a celebratory camping trip a year after Beth's cancer remission, but find themselves trapped between a wild madman and a skin-stealing monster.
Okay.
This is alright.
Just alright?
Yeah, it's just alright. I think I gave it... I originally gave it a 7.5, which I think is a bit generous.
Yeah.
But I just think I watched a lot of meh movies this week, so it was just the best of the meh. It's one that's going to sit in the middle of the pack. It's ultimately forgettable. I don't love. It's sort of a creature feature. It's got your mate Devon Sawa in it.
I love him. Yeah.
It's visually cool at times, but everyone kind of sucks in this movie. Like,
Yeah.
just all the characters kind of are shit, and
Right.
but like, I just gave it some extra juice because, like, it was an interesting concept, but I don't think it was executed maybe as well as it could have. Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I talk about it, the more I just want to give it like a 6.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I'm just thinking about it, and I'm just like, wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I didn't love the characters that much, and I'm actually I'm gonna give it. I'll give her a 6 plus, or 6.5. But I can't give it more than that because I don't think it deserves 7.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. The one thing that really bothered me was, like, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's sort of a creature feature. But the creature doesn't sort of behave in a way that I'm used to this creature behaving. So,
Interesting.
hard to explain. You'll get it once you watch the movie, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's fine. I wouldn't rush out to watch it or anything, but again, it's well shot, all that. Like, but yeah,
Okay.
there's honestly not much to say about it, to be real.
Fair enough.
Okay, I don't know how to say this next one, but a dagger, Dagr.
I guess. Yeah.
Fame-seeking YouTubers find themselves in a paranormal nightmare when the advert team they are attempting to steal from awakens a druid demon from the past. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Is that what happened? Okay, cool.
So not a go.
Look, this is easily the worst one I watched this week. It was just like, so there was like, spoilers, whatever, fuck. There was a couple of YouTube people that go out and they're like shitty thief YouTubers.
Right.
And they go to this mansion to steal some shit. And then there's already some people there. I guess they were filming an ad. That makes sense now that I read that. I wasn't listening. And then there's a fucking demon, I guess he was. I thought it was just a ghost or some shit. But all you ever see is a hooded figure. That's all you see. You barely see any violence. You barely see any blood.
Really?
Everyone's bad at acting. It all looks like a handheld film. It's like it's a found footage movie and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
But I just found them thoroughly unlikable, all of them, and I didn't care.
Yeah.
And there was like nothing good to see visually, and it was just meh all round. I fucking didn't like it at all.
Okay.
Just it was boring. Don't watch it. Don't go out of your way to watch it. It's because I had the unfortunateness of actually watching it. It'll probably make my way to like probably the bottom of the list. But yeah, I don't care. I watched it like 2 days ago and I fucking barely remember it.
Yeah. All right. So don't watch that.
I don't think so. I don't even think it's worth. Like I can't see what you'd get out of it. Matt apparently gave it a 5, but whatever.
Well, there you go. You're feeling nice, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I gave it a 3.
Oh, okay.
I gave it a 3. I was like, Matt Wood gave it a 5.
Right. Okay. Well, there you go.
I'm giving it a 3. I'm not so generous with this one.
Yep. Fair enough.
Okay, last one. I'm sorry, I got a lot of movies all the time. It's just my new thing. Handling the Undead. I think It's Swedish. It's or German. It's some sort of fucking European movie. I don't know.
Okay.
On a hot summer day in Oslo. Okay, no way. The dead mysteriously awaken, and 3 families are thrown into chaos when their deceased loved ones come back to them. Who are they, and what do they want? It's so slow.
Oh, okay. I think I started watching this. Handling the Undead, was it?
Yeah.
I'm sure I started watching this, and that's what I was thinking. Yep, I did. I started watching this. I got like 20 minutes in, and I turned it off.
That's what I did. But I finished it because I was like, all right, let's just fucking finish this one.
Should I go back?
I can't. Okay. So, the thing that's very obviously going to happen doesn't happen till the very end.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
No, I don't really remember much of it.
I'll tell you in the break because I really don't think it's worth watching. It's very artsy. It's very slow. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
Like, the shots are gorgeous. It's like really like everything's so well crafted in this.
Yep.
But I was so fucking bored. Like,
because it's getting, I noticed it's getting good reviews. So
I don't get it. Like, I get it. I get why people would love it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just so fucking bored. Like, honestly, I'll tell you, and you can see if you want to watch it. And I really don't think it's spoiling you by telling you what happens.
yeah.
Because it's sort of about the journey getting there, I guess. But because it's very much about death and grieving and all that stuff, like a lot of zombie.
Did you just spoil something?
No,
Okay.
like a lot of movies are.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't say nothing about nothing. Sorry.
You're all right.
And it does get there, and it has some like really impactful feeling moments, but I was just bored. I was just bored, to be honest. Maybe it'll affect you more because you got a kid and stuff. If that particular family connects with you, but yeah, it's very slow. It's very pretty, but yeah.
So you have to be in the right state of mind to watch it.
I think so, man.
Yep. Okay.
I think
All
so.
right.
I was just like, it's a very well crafted. It's like, you know what it's like? It's like TikTok or like Instagram food.
Yes. Okay.
Where it's like you see this like beautifully fucking put together thing, and then you bite it and you're like, well, they didn't season it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
gotcha.
it's just like
It's dull.
all of this should be better than it is, but you eat it, and then the main reason you're watching it is to be entertained, and it's not that. It's just pretty.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I guess tell me.
Anyway, I gave it a 6.5.
Fuck. So you watched a lot of sixes this
I
week.
did. I watched a lot of 6s. I didn't want to give them a 7 because I don't upset people. But honestly, none of them really deserved a 7 this week.
Okay. All right.
So I give this a 6+ because it is wonderfully crafted, lovingly put together,
Yep.
delicate and haunting, and like it's almost a gentle movie.
Yeah. Okay.
But just like a gentle movie isn't entertaining.
I get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, is that all you watched?
That's it. That's it for me.
Fucking mister, I get to watch 7 movies every week, every day.
So
Because I have no kids.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking procreate. So.
Alright, well, that is it for the first half of this show. So, Adam, get your cowboy pants ready. We're talking anthologies. Itch feature presentation.
Hello, this is Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm here on Dummies of Schwarzenegger, and we are getting ready to discuss my favorite franchise of all, Terminator. Join me, Tim, and Mushroom, and look at all the films in the Terminator franchise, only on Patreon. Join us. Do it now. Do it. Or I will rip you apart, you pencil neck geek. Motherfucker.
And now for our feature presentation.
Feature presentation time, and we are discussing anthology horror movies. Thank you, Adam the Blade. So, what is an anthology film? Mushroom, in your opinion, what is an anthology film?
In my opinion, man, I wish I'd had this already pulled up before. But just off the top of my dick, I'll come up with it. It's like, you know how you got a movie, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's just one movie, like about, like it's like one sort of main story all the way through. There might be like threads and stuff, but it all comes together and stuff.
Yes.
Well, an anthology movie is like a bunch of short films put together in a movie. Sometimes it has like a joining segment between the segments, and sometimes it doesn't.
That's pretty much correct, yeah.
That's about anthology movies. Sometimes it's all the one director, sometimes it's all the one writer, sometimes it's different everything, and it's just some other cunts put it together.
I would have said an anthology film is a single film consisting of several shorter films, each complete in itself and distinguished from the other, though frequently tied together by a single theme, premise, or author. Sometimes each one is directed by a different director or written by a different author, or may even have been made at different times or in different countries.
It's pretty succinct.
Yeah. Look, overall, man, I'm sure most people know what anthology films are. But yes, it's basically a full film made by multiple different stories. So, what I did here is I went to a couple websites because doing this, I was like, fuck, we've got to think of our top 5 favourite anthologies. And we've both seen a lot. Mm-hmm. So I went to a website and found the best horror anthology ones in a list. So I thought I'd read the list out for you, if you would care to listen, Mushroom.
I wouldn't care that much, but you can go ahead.
Alright, well this was on, I found, it's called the 15 Best Horror Anthology Movies Ranked According to Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay.
And this is on Collider.com. So we'll start with number 15. With a Rotten Tomatoes score of 69%, we have Cat's Eye from 1985.
I used to have that marble.
Number 14, we have ABCs of Death 2 from 2014. That has a Rotten Tomatoes score of 73%.
Wouldn't that be the DEFs of death?
That'd be funny.
Thank you.
Number 13 is a movie called Southbound from 2015 with a Rotten Tomatoes score of 81%. Number 12 is Scare Package from 2019 with a score of 81 also. Mm-hmm. Number 11 with another score of 81, we have Trick or Treat from 2007.
Lame.
Which, yeah, number 11, what the fuck? Okay. Number 10, A Christmas Horror Story from 2015. That has a score of 83%. Number 9, we have 3 Extremes from 2004. That has a score of 83 as well. Number 8, Ghost Stories from 2017. has a score of 85%. Number 7, we have Black Sabbath from 1963, a movie I haven't seen. So
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
that has a score of 88%.
I've listened to the album though. That's pretty good.
Number 6 was Tales from the Crypt from 1972. That has a score of 90%. That's a pretty good one. Top 5. In fifth spot, we've got VHS 94 from 2021
Nice.
at 91%. Number 4 is another movie I haven't seen. It's called The House That Dripped Blood from 1971.
What a mess.
Yeah, that scores 92. Number 3 is Trilogy of Terror from 1975. That has a score of 92.
I wonder how many movies there are in that. Probably 4, eh?
Number 2, we've got Dead of Night from 1945. That has a score of 93%. And number 1, with a score of 96%, is The Mortuary Collection from 2019.
Really?
Yeah, which kind of shook me, actually. I've got
You
another
okay?
list. Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
I just shook you.
Very good. I got another list here that I found from Time Out. This is the top 10 best horror anthologies according to this website. Coming in at number 10, we've got 3 Extremes. I haven't seen this one. I haven't seen 3 Extremes, so
No, neither.
yeah. Number 9, VHS number 2 from 2013. Number 8, Trick or Treat from 2007. Sorry. Number 7, Scare Package from 2019. I don't know why Scare Package is getting so high. Like, I didn't hate it, but comparing it to Trick or Treat, no. Like, how is it higher than Trick or Treat? I'm shocked by that. Anyway, number 6, Southbound from 2015. Look, Southbound is a horror anthology that a lot of people liked. I thought it was fine. I just didn't think it was like it's a lot of the segments in that movie kind of confused me a bit. I think it's meant to be in purgatory, but I've only seen it the once.
Okay.
So yeah. Number 5 is a movie called Wild Tales from 2014. I've never even heard about this. Apparently it's an Argentinian movie.
No, neither.
Yeah. Number 4, Creepshow from 1982. Number 3, Dead of Night from 1945. Number 2, Quaiden from 1965. This is another one I have not seen. I believe it's Japanese, but I could be wrong. But yeah, yes, it is Japanese. Yeah, I've not seen it. So, and number 1 is Black Sabbath from 1963. Once again,
Nice.
directed by Mario Bava. I just have not checked it out yet. My apologies. So, with that being
rude.
said, let's start our list of our favourite horror anthologies. So, we're basically going to go round robin.
Yeah. All right. So my
before-
number 13th.
What?
Are we not doing a top 13?
No, 5. Top 5.
5. All right.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
I had like a few honorable mentions. I had like. Well,
Oh,
okay.
if you
well,
have
I'll do my top men. I'll do,
wait,
I'll
wait,
just do my top 5. It's fine.
Wait, no, if you have honourable mentions, cause we'll do that, because I'll tell you mine.
Nah, they weren't that honorable. Just you
Okay.
do yours.
Okay, I'll do my honourable mentions. I had 2. I had 2 in the running.
Okay.
I only got a chance to rewatch 2 of these movies. One of them made my 5, the other one just missed it.
Okay.
So the other one that just missed it was a movie called The Mortuary Collection. This one is streaming on Shudder right now. It was in my top 10 of the year it came out, and I'm struggling to remember the year. Actually, no, it says it right here, 2019. It's a really good film. It really is. Clancy Brown, you know who he is?
I know him.
Yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to remember him as the dickhead guard from The Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is so I love him, man. He's such a good actor.
He's great in everything.
Yeah. So he plays the mortician in this movie and just kills it. Absolutely fucking nails this role. So good.
I agree.
It's basically about a mortuary, and a girl is looking for a job, and she talks to the mortician, who's played by Clancy Brown, and he has a lot of books, and she asks him to read a couple of stories, so he does, and they're all very good. The thing about this movie is all the segments are really good. There's one that didn't connect as much with me as the other two, but I can't deny this movie. I think they're all really good. I just don't... Watching it this time, rewatching it, it didn't connect with me as much as the other 5 films in my list.
Fair enough.
This is definitely a must-watch for Halloween time, though. It's got that gloomy, small-town vibe to it. I don't know, it just reeks Halloween when I watch it. So, give it a go, man. It's on Shudder. I think it's worth a shot. My other honourable mention was a Stephen King vehicle, and that was a movie called Cat's Eye, starring little Drew Barrymore.
Aww.
So yeah, I think this only has 3 stories. It's been a while since I watched it, but the reason it didn't make my top 5 is because there was only really 2 stories out of the 3 that I really loved. There was one with James Brown, and it involved smoking cigarettes that I didn't care about. It was very Videodrome-y, kind of. Not really,
Okay.
but kind of. I don't know. But the other 2 were really tight. There was one that involved this guy. He had to basically walk the perimeter of a hotel building, but from the outside.
Interesting.
So if you're scared of heights like I am, it kind of gets under your skin. The other one involves a little fucking troll thing that steals your breath. It's a weird story, but it fucking works, and it's the reason it's called Cat's Eye is because this cat fights this troll. The troll's literally the size of a cat, so yeah, it's good times. But it just didn't make my list because the other story didn't work for me. So, and I could have had more honourable mentions. I could have put Creepshow 2 in there, but those are the 2 I want to really bring forth to the table. So let's start it with our top 5. Do you want to go first?
Sure. I'm going to do my number 5. I'm going to go with VHS a 2.
Oh, okay.
From... When was this from? 2013.
Yes.
Look, I've always had a really great affection for the VHS series, which you will see. But I think found footage just leans itself so well to the short film format.
It does, yeah.
Because found footage gets a little fucking long in the tooth for a feature. And a lot of movies start found footage and then break away from it or find excuses to do something else. But when it's just these little chunks of movie, it's really easy to do found footage stuff. And I honestly, there's not too many shitty segments in any of the VHS ones. But the reason this makes my top 5 is Safe Haven.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Which is Tim Tjagento? I don't know. But
you talk, I'll have a look.
It's an Indonesian director, and it's all about this cult, and it's fucking it's all first person kind of shot.
Yeah.
And it's just them escaping this cult, and it's fucked up, and it's violent, and it's honestly some of the best action in a lot of these series. But it's so cool. This dude just got a style about him, and I love whenever he's got segments in these VHS things.
Yeah. Timo Tahanto.
Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. He's going to pop up other times, but I think But yeah, that segment in particular, I was just, yeah, just it's a good time. And look, the other segments are great too, but like that's my favorite one from this one, and that's why this one's on the list.
Nice, man. Nice. I won't say too much.
Sure.
Alright, my number 5 is a movie that I rewatched last night. This is a movie that ended up being in my top 10 of 2017. And this is also a movie that you can watch on Netflix right now. It's a movie called Ghost Stories. And I don't want to say too much because I feel it's a movie that hasn't been watched as much as my other picks. But basically the story is, after receiving a file with details of 3 unexplained cases of apparitions, skeptical Professor Philip Goodman embarks on a terrifying trip. That really doesn't give you anything. Basically, there's this guy, right, named Philip Goodman. He's like a professor, and he's a skeptic. His job is to basically debunk these, like people that say, "Oh, I'm hearing someone from the great beyond."
Yeah, like a skeptic.
Yeah, but who are those people? What are they called?
Skeptics. They debunk.
No. Who are the people that are like on stage saying, "Oh, I'm talking to a little boy here. Is anyone from the crowd missing?"
Oh, like a medium?
Yeah,
Is that what you mean? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So this skeptic's job is he has like his own TV show, apparently. I don't know.
A very late night with the devil.
Yeah, kind of like that. Anyway, this professor, this skeptic, gets a email from his hero, who had the same line of work and went missing. Anyway, he meets up with his hero, and his hero says, "What you're doing is bullshit. What I did back in my past was bullshit. There are 3 cases here that I could just not solve. It's up to you to solve these and let me know, because my time is coming to an end, and I want to know if I'm going to be okay." So we get to these 3 cases, and they're all 3 different stories. This is a British horror film, first and foremost, which really means nothing. It's
Poppycock.
They don't say poppycock.
Oh.
It does have what's his fucking name, and why is... Oh, there we are. Martin Freeman.
John Travolta.
In this. Martin Freeman, who also starred in Cargo, that Australian zombie movie that I fucking loved.
Also just like a bajillion other things as well.
Sure. I can't think of anything else he's in.
He's in The Hobbit.
Oh, I didn't give a fuck about that shit.
Rude.
He's
Very rude.
He's Hobbit. Fuck those movies.
Fuck you.
I don't want to watch a movie about walking. Anyway, anyway, okay. The reason this was my number 1... Oh, sorry, not my number 1. The reason it was in my top 10
5
of 2017 is because this is a movie that actually really got under my skin. Really, like, creeped me out. And watching it again last night, it didn't have the same effect as my first time watching it, but it was still creepy. Okay. I'm going to do my best to not spoil it, but I think my favourite segment of the 3 of these is Case 1. I don't think they have any names. I think it's just Case 1, Case 2, Case 3. Basically, the story is there's this guy who's working like the graveyard shift. He's like a night security guard, a night watchman in this like old abandoned factory. And he hears creepy noises. That's all I'm going to tell you. This is I think this is a movie that's best watched at like 12 a.m. in the middle of the night, as late as you can, with the volume turned up. Watch it with like headphones would be absolutely fucking horrifying. Headphones and in like the darkest room you could find. I think it's gonna creep you the fuck out. I found it, this main story, the first one we get to, just really gets under your skin, man. Like, holy shit. But definitely, overall, it has like a twist at the end of this whole thing. And the twist, some people love it, some people are like, it let me down. I'm in the middle. I still don't know if I love it or it let me down. I'm not going to say too much, but it's something I'm still working on.
Okay.
Either way, I think the movie as a whole is really good, and I think it's worth a watch. So that is Ghost Stories from 2017. It's streaming on Netflix. There are multiple movies called Ghost Stories, so just make sure you're watching the one from 2017, starring Martin Freeman. So yeah. All right, number 4.
Number 4 for me. Trick or Treat.
What the fuck, man?
What?
At number 4.
Number 4.
Can I... Oh, so I fucking forgot. I forgot all about it. Can I just say something quickly? Trick or Treat from 2007 is by far, without a shadow of a doubt, my number 1 horror anthology. So much so that I thought it was way too predictable. So I've completely taken that off the list.
You took it off the list?
Yeah. To everyone out there, Trick or Treat is my number 1. But I wanted to be more unpredictable. So for this show, I took it off the list. So I have 5 different. So basically my number 4 would be my number 5, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that being said, continue.
It's pretty good horror anthology.
This is why you're the dummy, because you said Trick or Treat is pretty good.
It's pretty
Not
good.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, there's definitely 3 other movies that are better than it for me.
Alright. If you say so.
I say so.
I'm going to fight you now.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll wait the hour and a half.
Okay, what's your favourite segment then? You've got multiple.
I like the Halloween School Bus Massacre.
That's usually everyone's. Oh fuck, dude. Okay, what do you got? You got Halloween School Bus Massacre. You got the werewolves.
Principal.
Yeah, the principal at the start. You got the werewolves. You got
Surprise Party, Sam.
and then the tie-in at the end with old Mr. Craig.
Yeah.
It's probably, for me personally, it's probably the werewolves or Halloween School Bus Massacre.
And it's number 3 because I've only seen it once.
Well, that's where you fucked up. Dude, this movie is like a Halloween must-watch for me and my family. Well, mainly me and my wife. I cannot wait till it to be like October so I can rewatch it.
Yeah, like it's... Maybe I should watch it again. Maybe I should watch it for Halloween.
I'm sorry. I realized that I don't own this on Blu-ray.
Oh.
Because
can you buy it on Blu-ray?
I'm sure I've searched, but I think it's one of those things that Australia hates us and it's like ridiculously expensive. So
Let's see.
Yeah, there you go.
Treat.
Oh, just found it on Blu-ray for $16. The other one was like $60.
Yeah, I'm looking at the same ones.
But it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't look legit. It will not play on most Blu-rays sold in Australia.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking cunts. Hate that. Anyway, yeah, continue. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Look, I haven't got a whole lot to say about Trick or Treat. I saw it that once for the show. I remember really enjoying it. I remember the high school, the one with that was like an 80s kids movie.
Yeah.
My favorite. And yeah.
I love this movie, man.
I figured I'd be like, and we'll talk about it more later.
Yeah, look, we were like,
and not steal too much of your thunder. So I didn't have a whole lot prepared for this one. I was just like, I remember liking it a whole bunch.
I get that, and look, I appreciate that, but we, like you and me, as we know, went out on the weekend, and one of our fellow friends was talking to us about it, and he said, I bet you Trick or Treat's your number 1. And it was at that point where I'm like, okay, I gotta be not so... It's like if I did, like, my top 5 favourite shark movies.
Jaws.
Exactly.
All 5.
Exactly. Everyone would be like, oh, no, yours.
Yeah, Jaws, 1, 2, 3, and then Sharkula.
No. It'd be Jaws. Jaws the Revenge.
Sorry.
then Jaws 2, and then probably The Shallows and 47 Meters Down. That's the correct list.
Then Chocula.
No. Yeah, dude, Trick or Treat. I think it's a perfect movie. I really do, and I am planning on getting my Sam tattoo soon. It's just
Nice.
money. It's fun. Yeah, shouldn't have gone to those strippers. Anyway, all right.
They're expensive.
They are. My number 4 is a movie that you mentioned. It is VHS number 2.
Nice.
And you're right. Look, this is the only VHS movie on my list. Because I didn't want to do like, oh, my number 3 is VHS, and my number 2 is VHS 3, and my number 1 is VHS 94. I didn't want to do that. So,
Shut up.
No, look, that's cool. You did it. All the power to you. But for me, I only wanted to pick one, and it was hard, dude. It was
I just really
hard.
like them.
No, that's cool, dude. It was really hard deciding which is my favorite VHS. And I went through them all. I really wanted to pick 94 because it had Hale Ratner in it. And I fucked that. Ugh. That one gets under my skin. I don't know why. But my favorite one is VHS 2. And the reason being is because you said it, Safe Haven. Love it. And I originally had...
Do you remember the ending?
Yeah. Of Safe Haven, or...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking great. Like, the whole segment's really good. My favorites are between that and another one called A Ride in the Park.
Oh, the zombie one.
Yeah. I
That's
really
mad too.
like that one. So, to people out there that don't know, basically A Ride in a Park is this dude who's, like, riding through, like, a national park. He's got a GoPro on, and then a zombie comes out of nowhere, bites him, and turns him into a zombie. So it's like a zombie apocalypse movie, but from the perspective of a zombie. And I love it. I thought it was so creative, and I'm gonna give that, because you said Safe Haven, but I'm gonna give A Ride in the Park my favorite segment from that. I think it's so well done. It's so interesting. I was directed by Eduardo Sanchez, who did the original Blair Witch. And I think that A Ride in the Park is a much better piece of cinema than a Blair Witch Project.
Yeah. If you think so.
Yeah, like you've already said so much about VHS 2. I'm not going to come in with much more, but that's my number 4, VHS 2. All right, which VHS movie you got next?
Well, speaking of VHS,
Yes.
I'm actually going to say, let's go back to where it all began, man. Let's go back way to the far off year of 2012. To VHS numero uno.
Oh, okay.
This was one that had more of a wraparound to it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
This had like your prologue and your tie-ins, and the whole thing was like them finding a bunch of fucked up tapes, right?
Yep.
And so this was like my introduction to the series, and this is like, this one holds a special place. It just like, it really does feel like just like wacky found footage films, and I'm gonna give props to the first one. What's it called? Second Honeymoon? Is that what it's called?
Do you mean the Succubus one?
Amateur Night.
Amateur Night, yeah.
Amateur Night.
I like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That shit, dude, that shit was creepy as fuck.
It was fun. It just felt like a boys' night out, and like, and then stuff slowly fucking started happening, and yeah, it was fucking cool. But yeah, it's the Succubus one. It's fucking sick. And then yeah, Ty West had a movie on here, Glenn McQuaid, and yeah, like it's just it's a pretty solid collection, and it was like, there's a reason there's like fucking, you know, so many more anthology movies off the back of this one.
Yep.
And so yeah, just the OG VHS. Special shout out to Amateur Night, which was David Bruckner, who I don't know what other things he's done.
Hey, Jesus, fuck.
He did some VHS 99 producing. He did Hellraiser 2022.
I did the Night House too. That was in my top 10 for that year. Good shit.
Yeah,
Good shit.
So it's a good, just like, I feel like the anthologies are just like, and this is just talking about anthologies in general, just like nice little ways that like a director can just like show off an idea, you know, like, and just have fun with it, because there's not so much pressure of like doing a whole fucking feature. Mm-hmm. So I think you get more creative, more interesting shit happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's cool.
Yeah. That's my number the third.
Okay. Right. So my number 3, I had a hard time with this, because I don't really know which one I want for my number 3. My number 3 is Creepshow.
Okay. I kept seeing it pop up in lists, and I really want to watch it, but I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's so you. It is. It's got this comic book style to it.
Oh yeah, I think I've read Creepshow the comic book.
Yeah. I reckon you'd love it. The problem is, I've been battling all week which Creepshow I like more, Creepshow 1 or Creepshow 2. Not Creepshow 3. Not that.
Okay, not Creepshow 3. Because it's all Romero directed, right?
Yeah. Well, number 2 is not. The writers are Stephen King and Romero.
That's so cool.
I'm still... Okay, look, I'm just going to put Creepshow 1 and 2 in my number 3 because I can't decide which I like more. Because they're both great. So I'll go with a segment from both of them. Creepshow 1, we have this segment called The Crate, where it's basically like a big wooden crate and there's something in the crate that keeps eating people.
Oh,
and
okay.
I remember coming home from work back when I was living with my parents, and they were all out. So I had the house to myself. I remember back then I was a butcher, so I brought home a beautiful T-bone steak, cooked that shit up, and went to watch something on TV, and Creepshow was on. And I'm like, fucking sick. It's one of my favourite nights ever. It was just home alone.
Man.
Yeah. And I remember it was at the point where The Crate was on. And I'm like, this is so cool. Got my steak here. Got Creepshow. It's a good night. And,
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Yeah. Yeah, so The Crate is probably my favourite from Creepshow. Creepshow 2, and this is the main reason why I love Creepshow 2, is a little segment called The Raft. And I don't know why, like, I just really like this segment. Basically, you've got, like, a group of kids, like 20-year-old kids, there's about 5 of them, and they go to this lake, and there's, like, this big raft in the middle of the lake. So the kids swim out to the raft, but there's this mysterious blob in the lake, and if it touches you, it's basically like, I don't know, acid, and eats you alive.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's just, the story is how these kids survive it, because they're in the middle of this lake. If they jump out in the water and try and swim, this blob is faster than them. It will catch them.
Oh, okay.
And like, there's more to it I can tell you, but I don't want to spoil it, especially you, because you've never seen it.
No, I really want to watch it.
But the ending is like, oh fuck! It's such a great ending for that segment. Okay. I'll leave it at that because I will spoil it if I keep going on with it. But Creepshow is definitely a movie, both of them, that I reckon are up your alley.
Okay.
So much. So give them a go. I really like them. I'm sorry I couldn't choose. I'm just going to put them in the same camp.
I do not forgive you.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. My number 2 is a movie that we've already talked about. Tim's honorable mention. The Mortuary Collection from 2019.
Yes. I'm glad it came up on your list.
Yeah, it was... I just remember this movie being fucking sick. And just like one of those movies where it really ties it together with the segments and stuff.
Yeah.
And because it ties it together with fucking Clancy Brown of all people.
Oh, so good.
It fucking hits so good. But I'm gonna say my favorite from this one was segment 2, which was Unprotected, where it was I don't want to spoil too much if you haven't seen it, but there's a fun little fucking twist, and it's gross and it's weird, and I like gross weird things. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
It's
If you know, you know.
I know. Let's just say it involves sex.
Yeah, doing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And all the best bits. Like when you
come inside of a pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a condom. Being a real good dude.
When you explode in a lady.
Yeah. Very nice, dude. Number 2 for you. Shit. Now I feel a bit slack.
Yeah, you were talking mad shit.
Shut up.
But fair enough for VHS 1. I feel you. But Mortuary Collection.
Alright, my number 2 is... we're jumping... I feel we've spoken about Halloween a lot because there's so many Halloween anthology films.
Boo, I hate Halloween.
Heaps. No, like, it's good. Like, it's fucking great. But I'm going Christmasland right now for my number 2.
Oh, okay. I've never seen Christmasland.
It's not called Christmasland. I'm like Jack Skellington jumping into Christmasland.
Oh, gotcha.
My number 2 is a movie called A Christmas Horror Story from 2015.
Never seen A Christmas Horror Story.
Dude, this is fucking great. So basically the story is... there's like different stories, right? Interwoven stories that take place on Christmas Eve as told by one festival radio host. A family brings home more than a Christmas tree. A student documentary becomes a living nightmare. A Christmas spirit terrorizes, and Santa slays evil.
Okay.
That's really, just leaving it
That
out.
sounds fun. Yeah.
The reason this is my number 2, when straight up like doing this list, my number 1 and number 2, I was like, yep, got it straight away. All the segments in this fucking kick ass. I like all of them. Like, there's not really one that I don't like. My favorite one, I'll get to that in a second, is like just fucking insane. But firstly, if you don't know this movie, go look at the poster art for it because I love it so much. It's basically, it looks like Santa battling this big horned creature,
Okay.
which represents Krampus.
Yeah, I was gonna say like a Krampus looking thing.
Yeah, and that leads me to my favorite segment in this movie. I don't think it has a name, the segment. So I'm just going to call it The End, because it ties up the whole movie as an end. Basically, the story... the whole thing is Santa's getting ready for Christmas, right? It's Christmas Eve. He's getting ready to fly out and give presents to all the kids. But his elves all turn into zombies. And he needs to kill them all. And then Krampus comes into the equation. We all know who Krampus is. And he don't like Santa much either, so Santa has to battle Krampus. But the reason I love this so much is because there's this big twist at the end, and you're just like, oh, fuck, that is so cool. And oh man, it's so fucking good. This is another, like, this movie here is up there with Krampus, as in, like, it's a movie I have to watch every Christmas season. It's really good. It's really solid. Some of the segments are genuinely creepy. And then some of them...
watch it for Christmas.
I'd be down. I don't think we've actually ever reviewed it.
I haven't seen it, so no.
Yeah. So some of them are actually genuinely creepy, but then you got others that are just fun as shit. So my number 2, A Christmas Horror Story from 2015. Good fucking shit. Right.
Alrighty.
Number 1, baby.
Number 1, and
It's
my
Trick or Treat.
most favoritist horror anthology movie is VHS 94. I really like these movies.
Shit.
But
94.
VHS 94, I'm going to take you through them. I love this movie, back to finish. I'll tell you which one the weakest is, but every segment's kind of a banger for me.
Okay.
Okay, so easily my favorite. Oh, actually, I don't even know if easily my favorite, but like when I think VHS, I think Ratma.
Yes. Fuck.
Right?
Yes. Hail Ratma.
Hell Ratma. Like, Storm Drain. First segment, fucking banger, creepy as shit. Fucking mad, dude. Like, just seeing Ratma is nightmare fuel
Yeah. Yeah.
for forever. And then that weird commercial that's just the veggie masher. Do you remember?
Yes. Yeah,
Weird.
that was directed by Steve Kasansky, the guy that did Psycho Gorman.
Yeah, that was
Remember
cool.
Yeah.
Hopefully I like his next movie.
Yeah.
Then we've got The Empty Wake, which is
oh
sorry,
man, yeah. Forgot all about that.
So sorry, Storm Drain was by Chloe Okuno, Labette Tillemers, and Luca Lombardo. But yes, Vegemasher was Stephen Kaczynski.
Yep.
Empty Wake was directed by Simon Barrett, which is like for me easily the weakest, but still a fucking really creepy.
What? That's the weakest?
That's the weakest for me,
Okay.
considering what we've got next. All right.
Right.
This is fourth of like a 9.5 movie. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, okay.
don't take weakest as it's not good, because it's simple, it's creepy, it's weird, it's very atmospheric. It's not as gory as the rest of them,
Yeah.
but it's still really, really cool.
Right.
Next is from Timo Tjagento. How do you say it again?
Fuck. Timo... I can't remember. I've lost it. I haven't got it in front of me.
Anyway, this motherfucker's back with The Subject.
Yep.
And this is some goddamn fucking Indonesian Terminator fucking shit.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's what I was like, the weaker. I'm like, fucking, this one is like, for me, the second best one. It's only just below Storm Drain, because Storm Drain is so fucking creepy.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, it runs. It's like fucking Terminator and any like biomechanical like experiment on human fucked up shit you can think of.
Yep.
He's crammed it into this fucking segment. His segments do so much. Like, I need to watch this dude's like other movies. Like, if he has other movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any of his other movies.
Keep talking. I'm gonna have a look.
Okay, but I don't know if I need to watch this dude's whole fucking thing, because the cult and this motherfucker here are fucking killer.
Yeah.
Alright, and then the last one is Terror, where it's like a bunch of fucking quote-unquote patriots
Yep.
in like a white extremist group fucking dealing with zombies, basically. Oh, no, not
shit.
zombies, vampires.
Yes, okay. That was probably my weakest, but I still enjoyed it. It was like a bunch
I liked
of
it.
trumpets.
I liked it slightly more than Empty Wake, just because more stuff happens.
Yep.
But it's really this VHS front to back easily my favorite.
Right, okay. Sorry, so going back to...
Timo,
Fuck. Yeah, Timo Tahanto. Mm-hmm. And I might be pronouncing that wrong. Yeah, dude, he did May the Devil Take You and May the Devil Take You Too, which I think is Indonesian.
yeah,
But either way, May the Devil Take You is like Indonesia's Evil Dead.
I think
You would love them.
I think I'd only just started doing the show. Like I started after this,
Yeah, okay.
so like Because I was doing it in 2019 for sure,
Yep.
but I don't think I was doing it in 2018. So that's maybe why I haven't seen this.
Okay, if you wanted to watch more older movies, go and check those out. They're up your alley.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it, because this dude fucking just does action horror and films action sequences
Yeah.
just in a way that's so fucking beautiful.
His other movies are very much like martial arts action movies. But
Okay.
May the Devil Take You. And they're all seem to be on Netflix too, so...
Nice.
Yeah, like all these movies are on Netflix. He has a movie called Headshot. That is, martial arts as well.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah, fucking good stuff, man.
Cool. Yeah, so for me, best horror anthology ever, VHS, 1994. Sick. I'm super looking forward to the next VHS coming out later this year. I think it's Beyond or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, when is that coming out?
Let's have a look at this shit. Apparently 85 came out last year. I do not remember watching that.
80?
What's that?
No.
VHS?
I definitely watched the VHS last year, but...
I don't remember watching it.
Well, that's saying a lot. I remember it not being as great. I thought 99 came out last year.
No, 99 was 2022.
Oh, shit.
94 was 21.
Yeah.
And VHS Beyond is coming out the 4th of October.
Fuck yeah. Okay. We will see then. Alright, well, it's time for me to give you my number one.
What's your number one, Tim?
Well, it's
Trick or Treat?
It's Trick or Treat.
Oh, okay.
No, but I took it off the table. Right? So
Okay, sorry.
it's not Trick or Treat for this episode, but in every other days, it is.
It's Trick or Treat. Yeah, got it.
So I'm replacing it with another Halloween movie.
Trick
We're go-
and Treat.
We're going back to 2015. Fucking
Okay.
hell, Christmas Horror Story and this both in 2015. Awesome. 2015, my number one favorite anthology film is Tales of Halloween.
Ooh.
Have you seen this?
Let me look.
If you haven't, maybe we need to do this for this year's Halloween. This is so good. So the plot summary is named the best horror anthology since Trick or Treat by Fangoria, and among the best Halloween-themed horror movies ever made by Daily Dead. This critically acclaimed film weaves together 10 chilling tales from horror's top directors. Ghosts, ghouls, monsters, and the devil delight in terrorizing unsuspecting residents of a suburban neighborhood on Halloween night. This.
I don't think so. I don't think I've watched this.
All right, maybe we should do it this year because this one has some really good segments to it, and it was tough.
Okay.
Like, it was tough picking out one. The story, like the movie, opens up with this one called. Give me a second. Oh, it's called Sweet Tooth, about a boy who collects candies in Halloween, and his babysitter and a boyfriend tell the legend of an evil being that has Sweet Tooth and kills those who do not share the candies with him.
Oh, dang, okay.
I'll leave that. There are so many good segments here. There's one that's kind of like Abigail. You know the movie Abigail that came out this year?
Yeah.
Where people kidnap a kid.
And
And
she's
go-
not a kid.
Yeah, they go for ransom and the dad just laughs and goes, "It's your problem now." And they turn out it's not actually a kid.
Sounds
but-
very Abigail-ish.
Yeah, but it's not a vampire. I'll say that.
Okay.
There is so many good. Oh, there's one that's called "This Means War." I got to tell you this about. It's about like this street and two houses opposite each other. They like doing Halloween decorations. One is more traditional, like just the cobwebs on the house, and goes all out with it, but very traditional. The other one on the other side is this group of metalheads who take it to the extreme, like
Nice.
putting body bags and shit over the place. Anyway,
Okay.
the two neighbors don't like each other and end up getting into a fight.
Oh.
That's the segment, but it gets fucking amazing. It's really
Okay.
cool, really cool. But okay, my favorite segment
Yeah.
And, like, this isn't, like, a long shot or anything like that, because I like all of this. But my favourite one is a segment called Friday the 31st.
Okay.
So we start with a disfigured serial killer that resembles so much like Jason Voorhees.
Got it.
And he's tracking down girls, like people to kill.
As you do.
But then an alien pops from the sky and confronts the killer. And the alien is not like a xenomorph. It's not like a predator. It's literally about the size of a cat. Smaller than that. It's a tiny little alien. Okay. And it's dressed in Halloween gear, and it just wants to partake in Halloween. So this little alien... And the alien's animated too. The whole rest of the movie is not, but this little alien is animated. This little alien looks up at this big Jason Voorhees dude and just looks at him and goes, "Tweak or tweet."
Okay.
But it's fucking... I want to say anything more. It gets so amazing. It's so funny. It is so fucking funny. It will make you laugh. Just the way this alien just looks at this killer and just goes, "Tweak or tweet." Because he just wants to join in on Halloween fun. Yeah.
He wants some candy.
But the way the story goes from there, I love it so much. It's unreal. It's really good. Overall, man, Tales from Halloween is such a solid anthology. I don't know why. I don't really hear many people talking about it around Halloween time.
Everyone else hates it.
I don't think... let me go on... I'm going to go on Letterboxd and actually see, because I'd be shocked. Like, sure, some of them aren't... Some of the segments aren't as great as others. But there's, like, going through the list and going through it, I'm just looking at it going, fuck, this is such a solid anthology. Nah, dude, this is, like, pretty beloved by all. A lot of...
Nice.
4 out of 5 stars.
Oh, cool.
I think, well, with that being said, like, that's kind of wrapping up on anthologies for now. Yeah. But with that being said, I think, like, now we can kind of discuss what we're doing for Halloween, because we've got 1 episode and then it's October.
What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. So, with that being said, let's quickly discuss next week's or next episode, may I add. And I was thinking a lot. Because it basically will fall. It will upload like a day or two just short of October. So
like very pre-October.
Yeah. So I was thinking, what can we do? Let's make it somewhat Halloweeny. Should we do like a haunted house episode or something like that? And I thought, you know what? Fuck it. We are going to have a pre-Halloween slumber party.
Pre-Halloween slumber party?
You, me, and I'm bringing a guest on. You know the guest well, so don't stress.
Okay.
And we're just going to play some games, man. We're gonna do what all girls do on slumber parties. You know, paint our nails, talk about
braid our
boys.
Pussies.
Yeah, what boys we like, have a pillow fight. But it's all gonna be Halloween themed, man. It's all gonna be good fun.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing next episode, and then from then on, we need to discuss what we're doing around Halloween time, because usually we go hard and heavy, but I wouldn't mind doing an episode of Tales of Halloween.
Okay.
Because you've never seen it, and I would love to rewatch it. But we can discuss it off air. Alright. Well, that concludes this episode of the Dummies of Horror. Huge thank you to Adam the Blade for his Patreon. And Adam, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I really do. We put in hours of work into
like
this.
Usual.
Yeah. But that is it. Thank you guys once again for all that you guys do. Thank you guys for staying with us for 7 years, 7+ years now.
And we appreciate the fuck out of you guys.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. Huge fuck you to Rob Hungy.
Yeah, piece of shit.
Go check out Slasher Radio, and go check out our boyfriend girlfriend group at the Friday Nightmares. And also massive thank you to the Padded Room podcast for always supporting us every single week. Even though Darian's a dickhead and thinks that Happy Death Day is a better movie than Spontaneous, but whatever.
Hey, boss.
Whatever. But yeah, that's it. Join us on Patreon if you have not yet. And that's it. Unless you got anything else to say, Mushroom.
Hey, just be good to each other.
Oh, sorry, I meant to call you Mr. Room.
Oh, sorry.
I love it. All right, well, until next time, join us next time for our pre-slumber party, pre-Halloween slumber party. And on that note, it's time to dip. Mushroom, you do a dip for once. I always have to bring the fucking dips.
Oh, French onion.
Fucking hell. Just try. Just do it. Humor me. Do a dip. Do a dip. You're fucking horrible.
Dip.
Eat my fucking dick.